This is the Live Large podcast, and today we are joined with athlete Dan Bell. What's up, Dan?
Yay.
Hey.
Hey, Kev. Hey, Nick.
The big fella.
Do you want to give everybody an intro and kind of tell everybody who doesn't know who you are?
Like all three of them.
2606. Wait, what's up?
I'm back.
No. That's too good. No, Dan Bell. Most of you guys know me probably from Live Large and Instagram and all over the place. But yeah, I've been competitively powerlifting for going on 9 years now. And I currently got the highest totals in sleeves and reps. But hopefully I get a little push here soon, and that doesn't last long, but not seeing that. So that's about it.
So you've actually competed 34 times per open powerlifting. I think this week is the 35th meet.
Yeah.
You're not enough.
I have no moderation. It's either 100% go or 100% stay. So it's like last year, I took 8 months off. It's like I didn't want to do shit. I was barely in the gym. It's like, but then like here comes February with the ghost meet, and I was like, game on, let's go. And I got 4 or 5 meets under my belt this year. So it's just I'd much rather do it like that. Then I get a clean break and like you said earlier, flush the pipes and hit back at it later on.
So what's the goal for the meet this weekend? Got anything in mind?
Yeah, I'll probably squat
afterwards. So you're basically, calling your shot right now. What did you just do in the meet that happened before this podcast actually gets posted?
Yeah. Okay, so 1036 to 1058 squat, depending on how seconds go. 584 to 595 bench. And I really want to, after that meet in June, I'm pretty pissed off about that 914 deadlift. So, by the way training's been going, I think that 914 deadlift will be there. But you can roll the dice. It's hard to tell what a big squat's going to take out of me. So at this meet, it'll be my 3rd time in wraps since March. So it's just like, I was actually pretty pissed about the meet in June. I want to do this meet in sleeves, but I found out when you signed up, it's a wraps only meet. The meet's like the entire meet's nothing but wraps. So I was like, all right, cool. And I mean, it's another way to put on a bigger show for the crowd and do a bigger thing for Bridgeford. I really enjoy and respect Chris. He's a good dude. Does good things for powerlifting. So that was another reason I had no problem signing up for the meet. I mean, not to mention they're throwing up a ton of cash. So I was like, hey, it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, what's the payout breakdown?
Well, it's $2K for biggest squat, bench, and deadlift and total, and then $5K for the best dots. So inevitably
we'll see how this actually stacks up, since this will be posted after your meet. So we'll see if you actually called it or not. We'll see how accurate you actually are at guessing, which normally you are. I mean, it's not like, this is your 35th meet in a decade. So you're at least kind of dialed into, how you're feeling and how everything's going to go. There's not a whole lot of variance with what you're planning and stuff anymore, but
yeah, once you do it so many times, it's like riding a bike. You just get into it, and you know how your body feels and what's going to happen, what's capable. Playing a little conservative on the squat because I do really want that big pull. That's my big thing. I went from having an awesome squat the entire time, and my pull was always good, but now this last really 7-8 months, I've kind of dedicated on focusing on my pull, because I feel like if I want to get to that 1,200 kilo range, I'm going to have to pull upwards of 925. So if I keep the pressure on that, my bench always peaks so fast, and my squat, but it feels like it takes my dad a little bit longer to come around and finally get dialed in. So, that it's a big plus about competing all year long is, find out where your weaknesses are and how to push them.
Yeah, and you have that deadlift curse. Is it like your second attempt deadlift?
Yeah, every time. Every time.
Well, the whole thing is, so you need to tear all of your calluses off in warm-ups and then you'll be good to go instead of saving it for your second attempt every time. Uh,
Yeah.
your hands in the wall with your feet, basically. Just
I
tap
like your thought.
you're good. Yeah, yeah, piece of cake.
Yeah, I like your thought process, but my hands don't. And it doesn't bother me. I've tore so many calluses; it's like second nature now. But the worst part about it is like the week and a half afterwards, where I'm at work and I'm constantly getting antifreeze and oil inside my calluses. Like, God, this sucks.
So when you guys were talking earlier before this actually started recording, but you were talking about who your competition is right now. And I think going into a meet like this where biggest squat gets that payout, it's like you don't technically need to squat that much weight. Like you could easily be that guy to say, okay, I'm going to just squat 800 pounds, take this cash. But that's also not you as a lifter.
Yeah, I'm too much of a competitive asshole.
Right.
At this stage, it is me versus me. So, yeah, I still want to push it, and like I said, I want to put on a show for Chris. Chris, I know he's got good ambitions for this meet. He really wants to make it into the American Big Dogs, and in a couple of years, I think it could be possible. So I'm gonna do what I can to put on a show and get people talking about it. And Washington this time of year, it's definitely not going to be bad. It's going to be like rainy, like Florida, with no humidity. So you can't be too mad about that. So it's a good time of year to have a meet like this. And they're putting up they're paving the way for have a big meet. I mean, shit, $14,000. That's a good payout nowadays with powerlifting.
Now, being that this is your 35th meet, like what's left? Are there boxes you still want to check? Like, is it like you're still doing it because it's all you know, or is it you still have like there's these things that I cannot walk away until I accomplish these things? Because I know you've been toying around with the idea, for the last couple of years, it's like, we've had a lot of talks about, what the end looks like and when the end's coming and, what's left now, what's that actually look like? Is it goals or is it, whenever you quit being stubborn enough and want to go enjoy your life?
No shit. Yeah. Yeah. I really, and with Jesus ramping things up for the Sheffield, he's got going on a couple weeks before the Pioneer. It'll be a real big toss up to see which one of us get to 2,500 in sleeves first. But that is one of my main goals. I want that a ton. Where I know after this meet, I'm going to be I'm signing up for the Ghost, but I highly doubt I'm going to entertain it. Alex asked me to, if I wanted to do it since I was a reigning champ, and I was like, you know what, you can throw my name in the hat. That might bring a couple more people in. It might, get a couple more spectators in your seats, man. But don't count on me because I do need a break. I know my body needs a break, and I think it's got to be longer than 3-4 months. So yeah, after this one, I'm just gonna take probably a month off and chill out. I do want 1,200. I do. In the back of my mind, it's something I crave. I think about constantly. It's wrote down on my cooler at work. It's wrote down on my refrigerator in the garage. It is a big thing that I wouldn't mind doing. But then again, I also question I remember what hybrid, what my body had to go through there. You sitting in the shower, bawling my eyes out how bad I hurt and how bad I hated powerlifting at the time. I love the sport. It's not the thing. It was just where my mental state was at then. So putting myself back through that again, especially now, I'll be 36 at the end of the month. So it's just like it's something I do think about quite a bit, and who knows? In 3 months, if I'm feeling like $1 million again and not 400 pounds, I could say, you know what? I think it's time. I got to do it right now, and let's go. But I'm trying to be a lot more mature and with my decisions on what I want to. How much time I want to shave off my life in the long run, that's just I hate to say it because 8 years ago when I started powerlifting, it was all gas, no brakes. And over the time I've got a little smarter with it. You kind of got to, but 2,500 in sleeves and 1,200 in wraps is my end goal. But I'm going to be smarter on pushing that gas pedal, I guess.
So if you check both those boxes, is that all right? Say you do one, that's absolutely it. Like you're There's nothing that could possibly pull you back in outside of, if you just want to do one just for nostalgia's sake at that point, a few years down the road, just come back and hop on a platform for the sake of doing it.
Well, I talked to Kevin a little bit about that meet I did in Port St. Lucie the same weekend as American Pro. And honestly, that meet meant more to me than anything. And I've said it a couple times, regardless, over the years, to where the knowledge I can pass on to the next lifter coming up in the ranks means a lot more to me than any total I get. And that meet there, I was on the platform with Corey, told me there was like 21 brand new lifters. That was their first meet. And just seeing those kids' eyes light up and, hey, can I get a picture? Will you sign my belt? They just, them getting to share the platform with me meant something to them. And it was pretty heartwarming to me. So to say that I'm going to be done and clap off and say, see you later, powerlifting, it's probably impossible. This sport will always have a good chunk of my heart. And I feel like doing that kind of stuff wouldn't be a bad idea. It would, especially to keep me a little bit more relevant in the sport while I'm not tossing around 1,100 pounds and benching 600 pounds. I think that's a good path for me to go. Where who knows? I could go to that meet and squat 900 and bench 600, deadlift 850 like I did that weekend too. It's just having fun at the meets like that's really what got me in the sport in the first place. It's just what got me. Everybody's so helpful. Everybody's so nice, and everybody wanted the next person to do better, and that's what I want to carry on with my legacy and my name. So yeah, those two, checking those two out the box would be big for me, but carrying on a legacy and knowing that I was a good person means a lot more.
Yeah, and you can always, hang the belt, so if you will, and show up to a meet and just do deadlift only, or bench only, or squat only. And,
I mean, you don't even need to do that, though. I mean, you've had Ed Cohn as a mentor for quite some time here. So it's, kind of what he did, where it's like, all right, the lifting's over, but I'm still going to be a part of this sport. I'm still going to affect everything positively. I'm still going to bring whatever I can to the table, whether it's knowledge, encouragement, whatever it may be. It's like he's always around for that. It's like that's, settling into a path like that where it's like, oh, I can still do like the fun stuff without killing myself. Like that's cool.
Exactly.
Back in
no,
the day,
100%.
You used to show up at meets, you weren't competing, and JB Boss would be set up, and you would just be hanging out at their table, and that was cool for athletes just being there, knowing that, oh, Dan Bell's just here watching, and you have that ego, like, okay, I gotta fucking leave, fuck this meet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not to mention powerlifting. Powerlifting is probably the most boring sport in the world.
It's worse than going to church.
Exactly.
It's a half hour of entertainment spread over a 10-hour day.
Exactly. Yes.
If you've ever come to like your first meet, they don't know what to expect, and they're like, "So when do you lift?" You're like, "Yeah, you're gonna want to come like 4 hours after the meet actually starts." And then we go again. Well, you can leave and take a 3-hour break and come back.
Exactly. It's too funny.
I feel so bad. I'm like, yeah, you guys want to pack a fucking lunch?
Like, yeah. That one in March, the UPA one that I did this year, my parents were there at 9 on the dot, like ready to go, and I was like, I know this isn't your guys' first meet, and I showed up at 10. Like, I was like, I know this isn't your guys' first meet. What do you do? Oh, well, we just wanted to see the girls lift too. And I'm like, nice excuse, Dad. That's funny.
One of the good seats.
Yeah.
Now all right. Yeah, you kind of know it's like you're closer to the end than you are the beginning at this point, career-wise. What's that look like? Like when you're done, it's like, what's that kind of perfect image in your brain of, all right, I'm done. This is what life looks like.
Well, a big thing in Ed and I actually had a conversation about that not too long ago too. I want to get away unscathed. I want to get away without any big surgeries. I think if Ed can remember from what he said, Donnie Thompson was one of the only ones that got out without knee replacements, knee surgeries, and stuff like that. And I've been lucky enough to have that on my side. Knock on wood. So yeah, that'd be a big thing for me. And being healthy, I was just somewhat healthier than I have been. I mean, powerlifters, top tier powerlifters aren't the healthiest. We all know that. So But just being healthier, living life a lot fuller. I'm definitely, losing about 50, 60 pounds and enjoying my job, enjoying the Florida weather. That's definitely the bigger things. I really want to get back on ice skates again, to be perfectly honest with you. Get back to the old roots and start dropping in on some men's league. There's a big rink right down the street from here. So, enjoying the beer league bullshit again, softball, ice hockey, whatever have you. And just not take everything so damn serious all the time. I've been rushing the last 36 years of my life. It's just like slow down and enjoy it for a minute. Travel a little more, some stuff like that. That'd be a nice thought process. But I can say that all day long until I'm blue in the face. And like I said, one guy gets close to 2,600 next month, and I'm right back in my bullshit.
No, I mean that's always like the biggest problem with top level athletes, regardless of the sport. They're generally like the exit isn't graceful. You look at and it's like 99 times out of 100, it's like, the dude in the NBA is hanging on till he's like a 12th man role player when 3 years before he was a star, and it's like, all right, well, this is, you could have walked out a couple years ago and walked out on top and done the John Elway move, where it's like, all right, cool, won the Super Bowl, I'm done, see you later. But way more often than not, it's like, people are just grasping at that, that I need that one more thing, and you end up hanging around
Yeah.
2-3 years longer than you should have realistically. But it's a hard mental battle when you're that good. It's like everything that made you great is probably what's also going to make you hang on too long.
Exactly. Oh, 100%. And like, with there being a lot more money in powerlifting now too, it's tough. It's tough not to, especially like me being like kind of the blue collar guy that I am. So there's the PPC finals is in December, and like, so I'm technically with like John and Chad and those guys only doing the American Pro. Like I did the Ghost, and this one this weekend is considered in the PPC series too. So I've done 2 meets in the PPC series. So that's another $10,000 cash I could be getting from the WRPF just for doing those 2 meets. But that one meet in December, I don't really know where the ranking is. They haven't really been clear on it. I'm kind of thinking it might be turning out to being just like bullshit in the long run. But we'll kind of see. Nobody can get a hold of Russ. I just want some clarification as to where, like, if I can go do that meet on a whim, it's in knee sleeves, and take first place in my weight class and then win the whole series, that's another $10,000. It's like I'm too greedy of an asshole to just be like, oh, I'm this damn good and this damn strong, I'm just not going to do the meet because I don't need the $10,000. Like, no, I'm going to go out to California, do the meet, and get the $10,000. Like, it'd be silly not to. So it's just like that type of stuff kind of drives me for it too. Like, it's going to grease the wheel on paying bills, on trying to go down the endeavors of property management, where I really kind of want to take some of my sets with like put some more priority to down here in the Florida area. It's just eat or be eaten type market. So it's just like, if I can, the more money I can get off doing this, while I'm good at it, like, hey, let's go.
And you seem to make a good vacation out of it too. You tend to
Yeah.
eat, and you're not just in and out. Like, okay, I'm sure when you go to Washington, you're going to be there for a few days and enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Well, that's kind of my way of talking the wife into going. So yeah, she turned 40 yesterday, and
you a nice gift.
yeah, exactly. Like, well, she's got an aunt out there right above Washington, so we're gonna go out when we land tomorrow. We're gonna drive up there and hang out with her until Friday, then come back Saturday, weigh in, be in Vancouver the rest of the week. And yeah, I mean, never been this. I mean, I've been out there for work, but that was like strictly work. Now you get to go out there and kind of enjoy the sights, see some different things. Mount St. Helens. We want to go to where they film the Goonies and stuff like that. Just see the cool shit. And driving on that coast is awful pretty and kind of freeing the mind too. So I am looking forward to that.
I mean, good if anything heading into the meet with a clear, relaxed mind heading into a meet that you're not necessarily trying to break any records, but you're still going to give it all you got. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, of course. I told Richford that the other day when he told me he said the meet was almost full, but there's like 4 or 5 spots open. And I was like, man, my body definitely needs a break right now, but I'm pinning like I'm gonna be taking a world record, so I'm gonna give him everything you got. He's like, oh, I appreciate that, dude. So it was pretty funny. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna need you to do a truffle shuffle and a live large T-shirt while you're out there.
Consider it done.
I mean, you might as well do it right now. Give whoever's watching a preview.
And for more content like that, Father Dan and his DMs about his OnlyFans.
Yeah. That's a discreet leak I don't put out there.
Yeah, what are your like?
Yeah.
They're horrible.
Dark, huh?
It's been pretty filtered, honestly. So the ones that need to stay in the DM jail stay in the DM jail. You know me.
The message requests folder was a good thing for your
life. Yeah,
life.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I found out the other day there's actually 2. There's 2 request folders.
There's a hidden one.
There's like to clear at the bottom. And I looked in that and it's all like, oh, Bitcoin this, blah, 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 this. Like, you want to get 60,000, you need a blue check mark? Like, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, it's pretty filtered now. And you guys know me the way I am. I entertain a lot of people, so it's kind of funny. I try to answer all my DMs when it's serious questions and stuff like that, or genuinely good people just being like, "Hey, man, I appreciate what you do," type of stuff. I really do try answering all of those or get back replying. But there are some pretty crazy ones that I'll get a wild hair at my ass, and I'll just be like, "Yeah, send me $20. I'll send you my underwear," stuff like that.
Well, yeah, that was always Josh Morris was always the king of replying to all of the creepy messages. I think he's just secretly enjoyed the attention always. So he was, it's like, it's kind of nice. It's like to feel wanted at least, whatever. But Josh will entertain him and post the best screenshots ever of terrible conversations. But who knows how much money he secretly made on the side? But I'm sure at least
exactly.
Well, I used to get some weird DMs, and I'd be like, "Yeah, you're not really my type. Why don't you go check out Dan Bell or Josh Morris?"
Of course you would. Yeah, of course you would.
It's bad now because now that you can send the anonymous messages, you just get even weirder shit.
Yeah. I remember the first one, the very first time I set up that anonymous one, and the first one was asked like, "Do you suck dick?" or something like that, and I was just like, I knew this was a horrible idea.
Just immediate delete, immediate regret, done. Yeah, we're
exactly
not doing this.
But it is good too, like with Chad, like that's cool to see. And then like your guys even podcast with him, like just like the way that him and Bree are open minded about everything. And then, I mean, that's the way people should be. A lot of people can learn from their relationship. Like I did, and they're younger than me, and haven't been together as long as my wife and I have. But like just hearing the way they act, the way they treat each other, the way they communicate, it's like, damn, this is a lot of people can learn from stuff like this. And Chad, he goes a little far, but it's still entertaining. I love it. That's Chad.
That's also where it's like, all right, cool. They're all about kind of you set your line where you set your line, and that's cool. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
You will not be at any of the post-meet orgies that they're having. So it's
I will not answer that on here. I will not.
But it is nice to know, though, that if cash ever dries up from powerlifting or whatever it is, you're just a few DMs away from bank accounts full again, and you're good to go. So it's fine. Yeah.
It's easy button, and I already got the content. My wife takes pictures and records everything. So I mean, I already got the content. It's not like it's not there. It's just not public yet. So
yeah, I mean, all right. You want me to start really ramping up the investment properties? It's like, all right, it's time. Here's the link. Here's the link.
This is where we got to go. Come on, man.
So in regards to powerlifting, in a perfect world, if you could go head to head with anybody right now, like could be a past or present lifter, could even be someone like in a different weight class, who would it be? Like you go
Andre
at his best.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me everything you got. The one thing I always wanted to do was beat him, the unbeaten. Yeah. I mean, the guy's got that nickname, so why would I not want to? I tried twice, couldn't do it, but I almost got him at the Pioneer 2019, but it wasn't my day.
So you guys,
Yeah,
you missed by like a couple years. So you're like
yeah,
years
exactly.
away from that being like really, pretty much dead on strength wise. His career ended right as you were like kind of peaking. As he caught you early. He did the Floyd Mayweather move where he caught everybody early and never caught anyone when they're actually at their peak.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, like he kind of, got on. It was on top, rode it out for 4 or 5 years, and then just kind of said, "See you later. I'm done. I'm trying to be healthy." So yeah, I mean, he had a good exit. He had a couple of bigger injuries, but I mean, he's still unbeaten. And that eats me to this day. Don't get me wrong. I love going head to head with Eric. He was a great power lifter, and he was a great competitor. Same guy would be saying, "Shit, I can't believe he did that," and then 2 minutes later, he's cheering you on, or helping you out, or helping you wrap your knees and stuff like that. So I love going head to head with Eric, but Andre has always been the one that I wanted to beat. Just because, like you said, he was unbeaten.
That was also a really cool era of powerlifting, which I don't think a lot of people remember. Like back in the day, an 900 pound squat was the big dog shit. That's what you guys were doing, and that's what nobody else was doing. And look at how far someone like you has pushed it.
No, you're talking 800-pound squat, 800-pound pull. It's like, you're the king, dude. Like that was it.
Big time. Yeah.
5-6 years ago, like that was. It's not like that was like an eternity ago. Like that was within the last decade, basically.
2015. Yeah, 2015. I was number one in 308s, and I had like a 930 squat. Now you're like 220ers burying that. Like, are you kidding me? It's like, what in the world? The progression this sport is going. No, don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's just like, wow. It's good that I'm glad I'm part of that. Yeah. So it's pretty wild to see. I can remember saying for the first 3 years of powerlifting, I just want to squat a grand to be done. That's all. I didn't even care about bench. I knew my deadlift was cool, but I didn't even care. And I was like, bury me with my wraps on. I just want to squat a grand. And yeah. And then now I've done that 64 times. So
and you also came up with like the wildest crew possible. Like that, the whole like kind of crew thing is vanished for the most part. Everyone kind of like trains on their own, or they have like one or two people. It's like that Barbell Central crew back in the day was like the all-time like heavy hitter crew. Between you, Eric Kendall, and the Lillibridges, and Tom Finn and Tom Callis, and some people that may be hiding in states from warrants and things like that. Whatever. There's nothing like that today anywhere. And there's nothing even close. It's
you just walk into the gym and just smelled into like grapeseed oil. So it's just it was a good environment to be in, environment to be around, to push you to the next level. Definitely 100%. But it's like anything, you got a group of 100 people, there's going to be 2 fucking idiots. So yeah.
It's a ruin for everyone, which in that case they did. So
yeah. But I know I was blessed. I couldn't ask for a better outcoming in the sport. I just wish like 2014. I wish the social media was like it. I don't say like it is now, but I wish like the word about powerlifting and like the meets and the competitions were a lot more publicized back then than they are now. Not the way that they are now, because everybody and the brother got an opinion and think they're God's gift to powerlifting. But like hell, I didn't even know there was more than 2 federations until like late 2014. So it's like it just was in my own little nutshell in the UPAs. But
it was UPA
close to home. So
back in Illinois, that's all there was.
Yeah. I think 16 was the Fit Expo in Chicago, and that was like the only USPA meet. Because I remember guys were giving me shit about that, like, do a USPA meet, walk your squats out. So I was like, there is none. Like maybe Kansas. Like, what do you want me to do here? Oh yeah, but yeah, that era, and I, just all the the stories and all the bullshit. And I still talk. Me and Callis became best friends because of that crew. And even Kendall, I'm sure, we could get on the phone and bullshit till our faces turn blue about what happened back in the day with those guys. So just making that friendship with those guys. And I've talked to Coach a couple times. I talked to Eric, and I say quite a bit, but maybe once a month, and Junior a little bit here and there too. So just like making that friendship and our paths crossing, and just it was a blessing. I was really happy being that close to those guys.
Now, while we're on the subject of social media and everyone having opinions, why fuck those kids? Why should every kid fuck off, basically? But
okay,
just
I am glad. Yeah, I'm glad.
Thank you. Clarify what you actually.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Cause I've had a couple people post something about, fuck them kids. And I'm just like, that's not the message I'm coming through here. And the people that followed me and the people that paid attention did totally get it. Yeah. It's just the entitlement and the kids that do 2 meets and think they're God's gift to powerlifting when they do nothing good for the sport. Like I kind of said earlier, the main reason I got into powerlifting because everybody was so helpful, everybody was so nice, and everybody wanted everybody to do better. And now you get these kids today that do 2 meets and get 60,000 followers, and they think that they're the best thing since sliced bread. Where there's a statistic earlier on CNN. It was something about 60% of the kids nowadays, 14 to 21, don't want to have real jobs. They just want to be content creators. Good luck. Have fun with that. It's just do something positive. Be a positive influence. Show people about your hard work through your hard work. You don't got to shout it through the rooftops. You don't got to be an idiot. You don't got to tell people what they owe you for doing what you do. It's a hobby, man. If you haven't that aspect, that's what I mean. It's just those kids that entitled. It really boils my blood to where I didn't get anything handed to me. Why do you think you should? I've been doing this 3 times as long as you have. It's come on, man. Yeah, I worked my ass off to get where I'm at, and I'm super grateful for the people I do that have in my corner, have my back, and take care of me, whether it be through financial supplements or anything like that. It's you gotta pave your way. So yeah, I'll say it again. Fuck them kids. They want to act like that. It's just, I guess it's just who I am. Maybe I'm just getting to be a grumpy old fuck, but it's just what I feel.
Yeah, it's part of it. As you just tend to get a little bit grumpier. It's I'm 36 as well, so it's I feel you a little bit, but it really just boils down to there's some people that are giving to the sport and making the sport better, and there's other people that are only interested in kind of taking away what can I get from this, not what can I give back, which is what it really all seems to boil down to. If you're someone that's contributing, it's cool, you're all in, you'll support that person to the end. That's why you're going out to do this meet in Washington. Bridgeford's doing something cool, you want to help him out, you want to be a part of it. And other people's I'm gonna go grab that check and and dip, see you later, whatever, that's
right. Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I'm more than happy to work my ass off and try to get that cash and win. But come on, man, you got and you got to give something back. Jordan did that meet in June. It was 3,500, I think, is what I took away from it. Great, good payday. Didn't get the total I wanted, but 2 minutes after, he announced that he was having a state meet for the kids, teens through 22 or something like that. Teens and juniors meet. Jordan, hey, $500, put it in the pot for them kids. Give them something to want to go for. This is just another way of me being, hey, I can give back to you. I had zero problem with that. Just those type of things make it so much better for me and satisfying. Hey, we can even break into the sponsorship type stuff too with you guys. I'm proud as hell to be part of you guys' team, not to mention your focus, your message, but as much you guys give back to the sport. I wouldn't be with a company that didn't want to give back to the sport or pay it forward the way you guys do. I love that about you. That was when boss kind of went away and I knew my options were open with the t-shirt line. I was I went straight to you. And you'd been talking to me for a couple of years anyways before that. And I was hey man, let's make this work, because I've been waiting for this moment to be on your team and share the message and progress the message that you guys are putting through and that I can put through. That Be Good shirt, I still wear that thing to this day. I love that message. That's good. Never been stronger the same way. Pioneer. God, that guy gives so much money to the sport. It's ridiculous. I feel like that's just my morals. You got to stand behind a company that gives a shit about what you're trying to do and what you're trying to be part of. And see these kids nowadays jumping from one company to another because they aren't paying their meat entry or they didn't give them the right supplements in the right time of day or something like that. It's just like, God, have some loyalty, just, it's ridiculous.
Same deal like that. It's like, oh, you want to work with the right company? It's like, we want to work with the right people. It's deal. It's like, this should be a mutual thing where it's like, we're all trying to like get to the greater good, and make everything kind of better. It's like, all right, cool. We'll kind of help you get there. You help us. Great. Cool. And it's good for everybody. It has to be a mutual thing, both mutually cooperative and mutually beneficial and all that. That's the whole fucking point of all.
Yeah. Then you both grow. Like, how's that bad? Yeah, exactly. You're both going to progress.
Yep.
100%. I did like that with Chad's interview. Yeah, you beat Dan, so you got to be on the team. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, Nick said that line a few times. If you can beat Dan, you got to.
That's it. No, that's the threshold. I'll put it out there. It's like, all right, cool. Anyone you want to know how to get a spot on the team? Beat Dan head to head. You get the spot's yours. The spot's yours. There's always a spot available. Anyone that can beat Dan head to head, you got a spot. And Dan will be the first one to welcome you after he gets mad for like a split second, but whatever.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You give him like 20 minutes to cool down, then he'll welcome you to the team. It's okay.
Yeah, 100%. Give you the Live Large shirt off my back.
That's also something we talked about. Like we talked about that with Shane. And you're talking about kids kind of just feeling entitled. It's like, because we get messages all the time. Hey, like, will you sponsor me? I get emails like basically like, hey, I'm a college athlete, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, first of all, you don't even follow us on social media. I guarantee you've never purchased anything. Why are we going to just start sending you free shit? And so some of these like athletes, like Shane was a perfect example. Like Nick was like, hey, hit this total and you got a spot on the team. And then a fire under Shane's ass. And he's like, I'm going to earn my spot on this team.
I agree with that. That's the way it kind of should be. Pave your way, put your dues in, earn your stripes, get in this, and then you can be. I mean, our team's outrageous. I'm still waiting for the Live Large versus the World Powerlifting meets. That'd be stellar.
It's just getting everybody lined up at the same time, and everyone's now bodybuilding and doing everything else. So it's Live Large is now trying to take over everything all at once. So
yeah. Strongman too.
Last year, man, it's a lot of strongman, bodybuilding, everything. So getting everyone geared up for one powerlifting meet, probably pretty tough to pull off at this point.
Yeah.
But we'll see if we can figure it out one of these years. We'll make sense of it.
Bring me out of retirement.
Yeah, it'll be your final meet. 50 years old, and we'll wheel you in for a token squat. Just the bar.
Yeah, exactly. Token squat. That's the only time. Yeah, only time I'll probably do bench only.
Token squat, bench, and deadlift. Actually, all of them. You total the bar for all three lifts. That's it.
135. Too good.
All right, so not a powerlifting question. What does a perfect day look like to you? Like, are you sitting on the couch drinking 2 cases of Coors Light? Are you on your bike with your wife? Are you just,
well, on the bike? I don't know about with the wife, but on the bike. No, usually, like, my Saturdays are pretty chill. A lot of times, like, I say Saturdays. Like, Saturdays are normally fucking great days for me because, like, I'll work from like 8 to noon because normally at that time I don't have to worry about the trucks being out, so I can go to work whenever I want. Get up as early as I want, go to work 8 to noon, and then noon, come home, shit, shower, shave, and just get on 2 wheels. Daytona is so perfect for me. Like, it's so white trash that I fit in just perfect. But then again, there's like some higher end sides of town to where like my wife can be pleased with my decisions sometimes. So yeah, it's not too horrible. But yeah, I mean, shit, US 1's half a mile from the house, and it's nothing but biker bars. And I've actually got fortunate enough to run into a pretty good group of guys that we usually ride together. Pretty good 100 miles on a Saturday, just going from bar to bar, having a good time. But then we're always like on the beach, so you get a great scenery, and not to mention all the bikinis, and just it's just awesome just to be able to do that. You got to run from the rain every once in a while, but no, that's a good day for me. And then I mean, it just sets up having that good of a day on Saturday, chilling, relaxing, having a good time, to where go to bed early, wake up early, and train my ass off all day Sunday. So it's just like it's like a feeder workout, I guess you could say.
So you would enjoy doing that more often after you're done powerlifting, per se.
So here's the thing. I put powerlifting on the front burner for 8 years now. Inevitably, I mean, there was a couple ups and downs where I took the 6 months off, I took the 5 months off, and did that whole thing. I'm at that stage now where I feel like if I put that effort into something else, I would be successful, of course. So putting powerlifting on a back burner to where I went into the real estate venture or went into something else that was a little bit lucrative towards my end game or my retirement plan, which I mean, I fully intend on retiring at 65 and grabbing a welcome greeter's job at Ace Hardware right down the street. That's my plan. I'm just going to be the guy at the front counter. Here's your cart. Let me cut your keys. Have a good day, man. That's exactly what I want to do when I retire. Because I'm not going to sit at home and annoy the shit out of her. So, yeah. So I'll just that's what I want to do. But I feel like if I put my efforts into another venture in life, it's going to be a little bit more entertaining. I hate being stagnant, and I don't want to say I'm real stagnant with powerlifting because I'm always trying to progress and get stronger, be better in the movements that I do. But being stagnant in life just kind of stinks, I guess, sometimes. So it's just, if you keep progressing in other ventures, be a little bit more paying off. Just my 2 cents.
No, it makes sense. I mean, it's if you can't sit still in anything, it's like you always have to keep. If you're doing the same things over and over, it's like, what are you really doing? It's like you should always trying to. It's like, all right, how can I be better at this? And you're pushing all your chips in powerlifting on that stuff right now. Where it's like, all right, cool. How can I be better at this? All that energy, all that attention is going to need to shift somewhere.
Yeah.
If you can shift it in a productive way, whether it's financially beneficial or mentally beneficial, whatever it may be, it's like, cool. That energy is still going to exist. You got to do something with it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not going to be wasted. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's just like, who would have thought you would make a t-shirt company and then bam, here's a pizza place that just blows up. It's like, not to mention, I mean, a little bit similar. Can't sit still. Got these ideas running all over the damn place. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So yeah, it just
Props.
Yeah, so Kevin's very used to getting like texts at like 11, 12 o'clock at night, like, hey, what about this? Hey, I got this idea.
yeah.
Or I'll be like, okay, hey, like this is what we're gonna do. He's like, or actually, what if we do this? I'm like, how the fuck?
And it's like, here's 3 other options in 30 seconds.
Nick's a human chess game. He's got a million moves already planned out all the time.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
It's like it makes me a complete insane person, but at least I try to like harness the insane in like a productive way, at least as much as I possibly can, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's open instead of blowing my brains out. That's better.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I totally get that. So that's just I don't know. Let's say it's gonna be the end goal. Like we were saying earlier, powerlifting is always gonna be part of my life. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm always gonna have my hand in it, one way or another. Whether it's coaching or whether it's helping other people out. I've thought about seminars a little bit here and there too, but I want to stay busy after I get done training as crazy as I have been the last 5-6 years.
And you're not coaching directly, correct?
Yeah, like now we opened that door, Tom and I. So it's through Smart Strength, and that's Tom Callis's company. So I'm underneath them. I use their program. Tom does all the onboarding stuff. I just go through, and it's more with like newbie lifters or lifters that are like fresh. I like that more. And I've only taken on. I had 7 clients, but now like that's all I want. I want to give my full attention to them. I want them to feel like they're paying for my full attention. So I told Tom I don't the 7 would probably be the max number, maybe 10 if something else drops off. But I am also pretty busy with work. You know, hell, 2 weeks ago I had almost 140 hours, so it's like pretty busy with that on top of everything else. So it's just like 7 clients will be perfect enough for me, and I've enjoyed it. You know, I don't want to say it's been a learning curve because I knew how to coach people in hand, like in face, is a lot easier. Online, it's been a little bit different, but just getting them to communicate with me and the verbiage has been kind of a learning experience. So I've been doing that for about 6 months now, and it's been fun. It's been good. We've got great progression, but it's just yeah, it's another outlet for me to share with the sport.
Well, that's something I also like really respect about you too. There was definitely a phase where it seemed like every single fucking lifter was like, "Oh, buy my program," and it's like you straight up were like, "I'm not a coach. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I have my own. I'm not gonna, whatever." And it's just like there was like this period. I mean, we all remember where it was almost like rent's due. I have 5 more openings. It's like,
Yeah, link in bio.
yeah, and then you get a shitty bullshit program from someone who just basically copy pasted theirs from someone else.
Cookie cutter nonsense.
Yeah, so
Yeah, no, exactly, and that's exactly what I want to stay away from. Like, just not through Tom's program. They use a True Coach app to where I see each client going through their workout, and I get notifications for it. So, like when they come around to their top set and they send me the video of it, I can critique them right then. There's been a couple of the clients where I'll send them like the one guy Jeff doesn't have great service in his gym, so I just send him my phone number. I'm like, hey, just send me the video. I want to know. I want to see this is the angle I want it from. Little stuff like that to where I can pay attention and, like I said, give him my full attention. And yeah, it's been fun. It's been, like I said, a learning experience with, but I don't want to do like the high older lady who goes to our gym. She's a geared lifter. She asked me the other day. She's like, hey, can I sign up for your program? And I'm like, hey, perfectly honest with you, I really think Danny Tinajero would do you a lot more good. I think the prices are around the same. He's going to be able to help you out a lot more than I can. He's more into the muscle movement, muscle releases, and stuff like that. And he's a geared powerlifter. I'll stay in my own lane. Like I'm not a geared powerlifter. I'm more of a wraps guy, so I can help you out that way. But I'll direct people if need be, and I know when to say, hey, I honestly have no clue. I can't help you. So it's been a good thing working with Tom too, because him and Jacob, they've both been doing it for a while. So if I have any other ideas, I'll just be like, hey, what do you guys think of this? So bounce ideas off them. So been good.
All right, let's do a few quick hitters. We'll get you out of here. Favorite meal all time, last meal you got to pick right now.
Oh damn! Can you make me a chicken bacon ranch pizza?
I'll make you whatever
I know
you want.
All right, sign me the hell up.
Meal choice, the chicken bacon ranch pizza. That's
from Ohio Pico. Yes, because I know you guys do it right.
All right.
So like, I've had a lot of different ones from down here, and they're decent. But from you, I'd be okay with that being my last meal, like my death row meal, for sure.
Deal. So if that ever comes, I'll bring it to whatever deal. It's fine.
Yeah. lay the pizza box on top of my casket. Yeah.
Call out of the blue 30 years down the road, like, yeah, so we got a really weird request. Last meal Daniel Bell.
Yeah.
I'll be right there. It's okay. When do I need it by?
Yeah.
All right, fuck, marry, kill, Florida Boys edition. Shane Haller, Craig Foster, and Jordan Wong.
Oh, I'm definitely fucking Jordan. Yeah, I love Jordan to death, but his arrogant mouth gets me. He shit talks so good, and it pisses me off. Like, he's so witty. I'll definitely marry Shane. He's gorgeous. Yeah, so that means I'm killing Craig. That's fine, because Craig does the most shit talking, but Craig's the most laid back. The guy's so calm.
You guys would make a great married couple, though. I mean,
oh yeah,
two massive squatty dudes.
Could you imagine our kid? Our kid would squat a house.
Oh yeah.
Just hope it can deadlift more like you.
Right.
All right. Favorite vacation spot?
Ooh. You know, St. Thomas last year with Kristen for her birthday. That was gorgeous. Everything was cheap. All the people there were nice. Like, I loved that. But yeah, but we used to go to Ely, Minnesota every winter or every summer with my parents. That's got to be my top spot, just because the Northern Lights, Canadian border waters, kayaking, especially with the family. That's got to be it. Ely, Minnesota. Even saying it makes me feel like a redneck.
Would you rather have dick for fingers or your mouth looks like a vagina?
Wow, dick fingers. Yeah, and my mouth is too pretty to get violated like that.
Yeah. A vagina mouth would look wild with your beard too.
Yeah, imagine how bad that smell.
No one would ever find it.
Like, did you just eat a can of tuna? No, just my mouth.
All right, we're clear. I think we can wrap on that. We're good.
That's horrible. The last one. Dick fingers.
No, thanks for coming on, Dan. So we'll talk to you soon. Good luck at your meet in the past tense because it already happened. So hopefully, congratulations on another good one, number 35.
Yeah.
We'll see how far you can climb that number up. We'll see how much. If you get a challenger, it might be troublesome. You might start heading towards 50. We'll see. But.
Yeah. Appreciate it, fellas.
Yeah, and if you want to give any shout outs to any other sponsors.
Yeah, lay it all. Shout outs, plugs.
Thanks, guys.
You got any shout outs? You got any shout outs?
You guys are the main ones I love. No, Pioneer's cool. Pioneer's good to me. Strength Co. Their plates are stellar. Never been stronger. These guys that I've been with for the last 5 years, I love these guys. Strength Co. has been good to me too. They just caught on with them. American made products. I'm all about it. Just like Pioneer. Wicked Wolf Beard Oil. Good dudes. Good people. Loyal supporter.
OG shout out to Boss.
Yeah, we should shout out to Boss.
Shout out
JB
to
Boss.
Still out there, just riding his bike shirtless into the sunset.
Yeah, still being a wild man.
But a great dude. But
yeah, for sure, fellas.
Awesome, Dan. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, enjoy your day, dude.
Take care, fellas. Have a good day.